I absolutely love this question. As a survivor of 20 years of cult abuse and child trafficking, who raises awareness and combats child trafficking and also educates the public as well as law enforcement in how to be helpful, I really appreciate people that are willing to turn their attention towards how can we also help the victims, because prevention is everything. Like, number one, let's not let predators access children. See my last video for more context, but what we're doing is calling out the churches that are not only allowing but have entire ministries to rehabilitate child sex offenders and then reintegrate them back into the church. And not surprising, they're not doing anything to help the victims. So what would you like to see a church do for the victims? Now, the context we're assuming here is that a child or an innocent person was sexually abused in a church by someone from the congregation or something to do within that body of believers, right? So yeah, for sure, the church should take accountability to support that survivor. And especially if we have all this extra time to support the predator and the perpetrators, that's not what Jesus said to do, number one. But number two, we should definitely be above and beyond supporting the victims. So every situation is so different and the details of what's needed depend on the circumstances, right? But if your child was sexually abused in that church, what type of support do you think your child might need? Right, so let's start there, right? A lot, right? So it depends what happened, how old this child is, what kind of family support they have. Maybe the perpetrator is related to the child. So what do we need to do? Number one, let me oversimplify something that's very complex and that there's not a one-size solution for, right? Number one, protect the child. Physically, keep the child away from that predator. Sounds easy, but you'd be surprised how many people do not do this. So number one, protect the child physically. Number two, support the child emotionally, spiritually, mentally. There's a lot that this child is going through, and if people are aware, it can turn into somewhat of an inquisition or interrogation of the child, which can be even more traumatic as we relive all these things and they're questioned and they're told to forgive their abuser and all these things. Guys, stop. I want you to research trauma-informed aftercare and what that means. The short version is the individualized approach of what's actually helpful for that individual in this situation. What's generally not helpful is treating them like damaged goods or an exotic bird or make them feel like it was their fault, because this can induce even more shame and ick than the survivor is already experiencing. So see how you can support the victim, first and foremost, and probably their family, again, depending on the situation. Number two, we should all be very bold about this zero tolerance policy. So I want you, especially if you're not from this actual family that was directly affected, I want you to be leading the charge in calling out the wrongdoing and the perpetrator from this church. I want you to do what Jesus would do. Let's keep it there, okay? Now, he said it would be better to put a millstone around your neck and drown in the bottom of the sea than to offend a child, and I'm not asking you to physically put a millstone around anybody's neck, but I am taking that metaphor to be intense and permanent, is it not? Jesus repeated it 3 times in the New Testament, and yes, Christian,